So guys, the power has gone out, I've just woken up and I have work in an hour, so prepare for some quality content. So guys, as a lot of you know, I go to the Gaeltacht quite a bit and I'm heading off again this year for Course B and Course C in Lurgan. So I've been getting quite a few questions on my other guides about the Gaeltacht, which you should definitely check out by the way. And I'm going to answer the kind of top 10 questions about it. I got some very pointed questions about Lurgan, which I'm going to do in a different section at the end, so stay tuned for that if you're heading off to Lurgan. And if you are heading off to Lurgan this summer, let me know, add my Insta, it'll be down here or here somewhere, Eoin.Kinsella, let me know that you're going and hopefully you'll have a good course anyways. And yeah, let's get right into it with the first question. So I get a lot of questions about what the situation is with phones. Why do I have this on my lap? Where's I have it? So usually they take the phones off you in the night, give them back to you in the morning. You're not allowed on them in the college, and then you go on them after you get home from the college until you leave again for the Kelly. That's usually what happens. That's what happens in Lurgan mainly. Obviously that'll vary from college to college, some of them will be different, but in Lurgan you're able to keep them from like dinner till leaving for the Kaylee, and you have them like from breakfast from leaving in the morning. Kinnery, we're allowed to keep ours usually during the night and in the morning, and yeah, sometimes we're allowed to use them in the college. What a lot of people do though is they bring a dummy phone. I'm not going to tell you to do that, but if you want to do that, that's an option. But don't just bring some Nokia brick, because the Kinnery who are picking them up are not stupid. We know that you're not using a Nokia brick. Another question that I got quite a bit is, what if you go by yourself for the first time? So that's what I did my first year that I went. I went completely by myself, didn't know anybody there. I got on fine. So what usually happens is, you get back to the house, you get to know a couple of the people there that are in your room and stuff like that. You go off to the Kaylee, you chat to more people, and as you go along you're chatting to people in your class, do a couple of icebreakers and stuff like that. So generally you're fine. Just be sure, like, don't worry about it too much. Chat to new people, you'll be fine, you'll make new friends, and generally just don't be worrying about it. It'll be grand. Because I went and I had a great time, so you can do the same. Okay, another question that I got was, do I need to bring like GAA gear, hurls, helmets? You don't need to in Lurgan. You do like a couple of activities on the grass and stuff like that, so if you really want to bring boots you can. You don't find out what activities you're doing until on the day, so you literally need to be bringing in your boots every day just in case. And I don't have GAA boots and I've been fine the 2 years that I went, so you really don't need to. Hurls and helmets you don't use at all in Lurgan, so just leave them at home. When it comes to other colleges, I'm sure that they put something on the note that you get home, like with stuff to bring, if you need to bring in GAA gear like that, like hurls and helmets and that. So just, you know, read that, and I can't tell you for any other colleges, but you don't need them for Lurgan. What are Kinnery and Coontory? Again, this varies from college to college, but there are usually some well-accepted facts. Kinnery are usually about like 16, 17, just finished their junior cert. Coontor, usually college students that come in. The Kinnery, they kind of act like prefects, so they're supposed to just make sure that the house doesn't get destroyed, the lads are sticking to the rules in the house, and if any of your lads in the house get in trouble, it's on your head. So yeah, if you're a Kinnery, just good luck. Coontory, it's kind of the same, but you have even more responsibility than the Kinnera, because, you know, you're supposed to be older and wiser. So if you're going as a student, your Kinnera and Coontor are just supposed to be there to kind of help you out through the experience. I'm going to be a Kinnera on B and C for Lurgan this year, so yeah, looking forward to that. That should be good crack. Should I bring musical instruments? probably if you want to. I bring my guitar every year just because I couldn't be without it. So if you want to bring them, bring them. If you don't, don't. Usually in the colleges, you'll be able to play in the house anyways. So if you really want to bring them, just bring them, it'll be fine. What nighttime activities are there other than Céilís? So there's stuff like the hour on tea. That's usually a thing in most colleges where your house comes up with a song and you perform it for everyone. It's like a little mini competition. There's discos. You can head down to the beach in Lurgan, go swimming for some of the nights. You can have Céilís on the beach as well in Lurgan, which is really fun. And yeah, just generally stuff like that. You might have a movie night in your college, I don't know. I've heard that's a thing. So, you know, there are other activities other than the Céilís for when they get kind of stale. How many suitcases should I bring? So I usually bring one big suitcase and then like a gear bag, and then I have like a little kind of backpack inside of those bags. So the kind of, I can pack as much stuff in, and then the backpack for bringing stuff around during the day, like my swimming gear and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I would suggest. Obviously, if you need more clothes, bring more clothes. If you need less clothes, I wouldn't suggest it, but bring less clothes. That's completely up to you and how much you think you need. But usually I would suggest like one big suitcase and then a gear bag should get you by. So some themes for Céilís I got asked about. Graffiti night. The idea of it is you wear a white t-shirt, everyone gets markers, and you kind of sign on each other's t-shirts and like draw stuff on each other, and yeah. So that's one of the themes. Another one is a traffic light. I got asked about that a bit. The traffic light is basically green, you're available, you're not in a relationship. Orange, it's complicated, so you know, good luck. And then red, you're in a relationship and you're not looking for anyone. And then other than that, it's usually fairly self-explanatory, like dress up like an animal, dress in black and white, stuff like that. So you find out about those fairly handy, and those are the only ones that really need an explanation. Which is the best Gaeltacht? Lurgan. Nah, but in all seriousness, look around at all the different colleges and kind of ask people who've been to the different ones, and you'll find the one that suits you the best. Lurgan just suits me the best because of the music. And yeah, I know one of my friends, Nisha, Sploder suits him the best. So just pick the college that you think will be the most fun for you. And the last question in the sort of top 10 is, what level of Irish should I have? You can go with any level of Irish and you'll still learn Irish at the Gaeltacht. So don't be worrying about that. And if you have no Irish, there was a lad in my first year who came over from America and learned Irish like from scratch, and he was absolutely fine. So you know what, even if your Irish is pretty poor, you'll be just fine, so don't be worrying about that at all. And if you are, there's the Ida app from Lurgan that'll help you learn a little bit of Irish in the run-up. So some very specific questions about Lurgan now that I've been asked really quickly. What's Holly? Holly is a kind of festival thing in Corsa B, where everyone kind of wears white t-shirts and we listen to a bunch of music on the beach and throw the colour run dye at each other, go swimming in the sea and then come back out again. And yeah, that's Holly. It's great crack, and you know, do it if you can. So if you're going on Corsa B, remember to pack a white t-shirt. What's Gaeltacht? It's basically a festival in the kind of yard outside Lurgan. They've a bunch of music acts up on the stage, everyone gets dressed up like it's a festival, there's like fireworks and stuff. That is also really good fun. That's why I'm doing Corsa B and C this year, so I get to do Holly and I get to do what's called Gaeltacht. So you know, if you're going on Corsa C, remember to bring clothes for festivals so that you'll be able to dress up for Gaeltacht. Which course should I go on in Lurgan? So generally it's Corsa A, or like the 6th class and first years, the really, really young ones. So if you're kind of 16, 17, avoid that like the plague. Corsa B is older, it's usually about 16, 17 that would go there. Corsa C is a massive mix of basically every age. So whatever age you are, course of C will sort you out just fine. And then course of D is Leaving Cert students only, and it's more intensive Irish, but there's a smaller group so they get to do like better activities and stuff like that. So yeah, that's basically the different age groups for the different courses in Lurgan. What daytime activities are there in Lurgan? So there's like basketball, there's rounders, soccer, there's cycling out to Spittle, which is really fun because then you get to stay in Spittle and like get Supermax and ice cream and all that. You get the kind of the tour, which takes you up to the wind farm or into an abbey in Spittle. But then either way you get to stay in Spittle just like the cycling and do all that. There's like boxercise, there's tie-dye, art, yoga, there's a whole bunch of different stuff. So you're gonna have fun doing all those. Then in terms of water sports, there's also kayaking, and I think they might be bringing in snorkeling this year. So just be sure that you have your swimming gear. They will warn you in advance on what day to bring it in, but you need to have it on the course. So when you're packing, just make sure you pack that. And then what's up with auditioning for the videos in Lurgan? So I auditioned last year. What they kind of get you to do is to pick a song that you want to sing in front of them. You can play guitar, piano, or anything that you want to play for them as well. If you just want to be a musician, you don't want to sing, you can sing in English or in Irish. Obviously they prefer in Irish, but if you can't, it's not really any bother. If you're a good enough singer, they'll pick you either way, and then from there they'll stream you into your music videos and you record in the studio and stuff like that. Or they might pick you out from there and say, oh yeah, you'll be good for the talent show as well. We won't put you in a music video this year, but we'll fire into the talent show. So I didn't get through the audition process last year, obviously. Don't know much behind the first audition. So just be aware of that when I'm telling you about this stuff. And yeah, that's the end of today's video. If you enjoyed it, like and subscribe down below. Follow my Instagram because I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of like posts from Lurgan and stuff like that. And yeah, have a good day everyone, and good luck to everyone on course A at the moment. I hope you're enjoying it, and good luck to everyone joining me on course B and C. It'll be great crack. And to anyone going on any other courses, I'm sure you'll have a fun time as well. So yeah, we'll see you all in the next video and have a good time. Peace.